Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be covering a bear case, a bull case, and where I think Bitcoin's going to be landing in the future. This video is probably going to become a yapper. I will dive pretty deeply into charts, pretty locked in. So you won't get to see too much of my personality, but that's fine. I think you're still going to enjoy this a lot. Like it's some pretty interesting data that I will be showing. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Okay guys, so let's get started. Beginning by looking at the Bitcoin price chart, we can see that from top to top, it's gone up by like 83%, which is huge. We can also see by looking at the depth crosses here, the MACD, we can see that a depth cross has appeared recently. And according to history, that it never ends well. So like right here is depth cross, gone down like a lot. Here was also depth cross, doom. There's one down here too, but like I'm only counting the ones that's pretty high, like this region. Yeah, depth cross here too. The doom. Here is like a little bit gloomy, but like there's technically one right here, and like as you can see, like doom is coming. One right here, doom. One right here, doom. COVID crash, and now we're here. So I mean, what does this mean? We'll see. Okay, next argument. Gold. New all-time high has been reached. Like, let's see here, from 2021, which is here, it stood at 5,700 and now it's at 12,000. It's almost like it's more than 100%. That usually never happens. Like, I don't know, something seems wrong. Okay, next argument. Silver. New all-time high as well. If we look at the history, the last time we took out this old all-time high was right here. So what happened here, guys? The euro crisis happened right here. Greece ran out of money. They had to borrow money from the European countries. This like sparked a crisis where other countries also they hiked their interest rate, like Portugal, Italy, Spain, Ireland, like a lot of these countries. But what happened back here? This was in the midst of the beginning of the US recession. Yeah, exactly. January 1980. That was the first day or month where the recession began. We something else that happened in the 1980s was the oil crisis. So, um, this could be an indicator. Nothing has happened yet, but like something can happen. Next one, Dow Jones Industrial Average. This one is also the all-time high. And if we look at the federal funds rate cut, we can see a correlation here that like each time since the year 2000, when the Fed has cut the rates, the stock market has gone down. So like you can see it right here. It started cutting like right here, and they cut all the way till here, fell by 18%. Started cutting like right here, exactly. And they stopped cutting like right here. Here they paused it right here. So during the fall, this is pretty foreign concept. People think that it will stimulate the economy by cutting the rates, but not according to the charts. So each time the Fed cuts their interest rate, the stock market goes down. Next example up here. Not really, maybe COVID crash, not really sure. I don't think so. They cut the rates, started cutting right here, and they stopped cutting right here, minus 30% in stock market. Here is cut, and they stopped cutting like right here, and that's actually plus 2%. Yeah, but my argument is that right now we have began to cut again. So I mean, what does that mean? Maybe we're like on our way into a new recession. I don't really know. Anyways, let's move on. The RTY, the Russell 2000, the US 2000 small cap companies. So this also hit a new all-time high. Thought it was pretty interesting. I just included this just to show that like everything is taking out its old all-time high, and like at the same time. So right now, we can see that both the Russell 2000, the Bitcoin, gold, silver, Dow Jones Industrial Average, like even the S&P 500 has taken out an all-time high, and not like during different time zones or timelines, but like simultaneously. Like, does this ever happen? And when it happens, does it end well? It doesn't. Something is wrong. Might be like either gold or silver is faking it, or the stock market is faking it. Like, we don't know which one yet, but like we will see soon, I think. Okay, so I can't give you a bear case without giving you a bull case. So here we go. Something that's worth showing is the Bitcoin dominance. It still hasn't fallen yet. It's still pretty high. And usually during altcoin seasons or crypto bull markets, we see the dominance just falling. And this is due to people rotating their money from Bitcoin into altcoins. They're redistributing it. So like this fall right here during 2021, this was basically like peak cycle down here. So what happened here was that people just kept on selling their Bitcoin to buy altcoins, and this made the Bitcoin dominance fall really, really hard. Same thing happened here in 2017. The dominance just got completely annihilated down here, down to the floor. And this was, of course, because people were buying altcoins. This hasn't happened yet. It would make sense if it happened, but you know, there's so much stuff talking against it, so I'm not sure. But in theory, it should be happening soon. But nobody knows. Something else that's like kind of worth showing. I know this was supposed to be like the bull case, but I gotta show you this. So this week right here, this was the biggest crypto liquidation of all time. It was 20x bigger than the FTX liquidation down here. And usually after liquidations of this size, when they happen, it takes months for the market to recover, like a long time. It doesn't happen like it doesn't come back in weeks or days. Like, it takes months. I don't know if I have any examples of that, but like, yeah, we can see like right here, from top to next time it reaches this level. This was May, June, July, August. It takes a long time. Here, November, December, January, 3 months. So I don't know. It might also be like an indicator that like we are rotating. This might be the cycle top. It wouldn't surprise me if this was the cycle top. It reminds me a lot of like 2021, double tops. So yeah. Okay, on to the last session. Okay, so my Bitcoin case. Where do I think Bitcoin's gonna land? It's gonna go up or gonna go down? It's gonna go down. Going down, baby. So if we look at like the history of Bitcoin, we can see that like during each cycle, like this one during 2021, it fell by 77%. Okay, cycle before that, the 2017 cycle, it fell about 84%. And the cycle before that, the 2014 cycle, it fell by around, let's see here, 81%. So like, from like a historic perspective, from top to bottom, it never falls on more than 90%, which is a lot, but like, yeah, like around 80% approximately. And taking into consideration like these support levels right here, probably gonna be pretty strong. We see some down here too. I would do a bull case of like assuming that this is the top, because that's what I'm thinking. I think this was the top of the cycle, down to this level somewhere here. Yeah, probably like lower. Yeah, so like 69%, 67, 67, like down here, I would say. And that puts us at a 40k Bitcoin. So yes, that's what I'm thinking, and that's my target. Like, if we hit 40k, I'm probably gonna buy some Bitcoin, or I will buy some Bitcoin. Okay, Yes, that was all from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support my channel, please leave a like. And if you have any questions about my analysis, you can just leave a comment and I will make sure to answer it. Okay, thank you so much again. Have a nice day. Bye bye.